I'm going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. I've taken a roll. Right now, we have 7 members present, and we do have a quorum. Before you is August 9th, the regular meeting minutes. Is there a motion to approve? Motion by Member Metzger, second by Member Woolrab. Any comments, questions, additions, or corrections? If not, all in favor, please say aye. Opposed? Motion carried. We have no members of the public that have applied to appear and speak, so we'll go on to Departmental Matters Executive Committee. We have some reappointments before you, and so I'll also move. Is there a second? Second by Member Solner. Any comments or questions? If none, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried. You also have in front of you and in the packet information, Technology General Report and Behavioral Health Coordinating Council Report. Are there any questions about either one of those? Okay, fine. We'll go on to Finance Committee report. Chairman Metzger.
Thank you, Chairman McIntyre. We have 2 items to be presented for action. The first one is request approval of an Illinois State Board of Elections fiscal year 2022 polling place accessibility grant. That's found on page 32 through 37, and I so move.
Motion by Chairman Metzger, second by Member Schaefer. Comments or questions? If none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And motion is carried.
The second is B1B, request approval of an ordinance by the McLean County Board amending Chapter 165 Animals, 205 Fees, Article 11 Miscellaneous Code Fees, Sections 205 through 32 in the McLean County Code found on pages 38 through 41, and I so move.
Motion by Chairman Metzger. Is there a second? Second by Member Martin. Comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion has been approved.
And we will have 2 items. They are tax sales and execute deed covenants for the board on Thursday. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We're going to the report of the Health Committee. Chairman, yes, Member Solner.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I had just a comment for Chairman Metzger. I listened to the Finance Committee meeting through their streaming the other night, and I appreciate the conversation that you are having about issues at the nursing home.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good conversation. I think it's something that we are going to have to face sooner than later. And again, I think whether it's something that needs to go through the Health Committee or how we need to do it, I think it's to the point where we're going to have to make a decision on what we're going to do. So anyhow, I just wanted to mention I appreciate the conversation.
Thank you. And the chair of the Health Committee, Member Schaefer, or Chair Schaefer, and I have had some discussions, but I think we'll need to have a few more, and then also include our administrator as well as the chair to look at what options could be presented, because as you heard, we are seeing continued use of the funds that we have, and we are not replenishing those funds at all. And unless we can have a population census of about 100 to 115, we will not be able to make budget. So that's of concern, and appreciate the comments, and we will, as you were aware, we will be addressing that moving forward.
Okay, thank you. Going to the report of the Health Committee, Chairman Schaefer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Health Committee has 1 item for action today. It's request approval and emergency appropriation ordinance amending McLean County fiscal year 2021 combined annual appropriation and budget ordinance for the American Rescue Plan Fund for the nursing home, and I so move.
Motion by Chairman Schaefer, is there a second? Second by member, anybody? Member Martin? Okay. Comments or questions? Discussion? If none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion has passed.
And we have several other items that will be presented for the board.
Okay, thank you. We'll go on to the report of the Justice Committee. Vice Chairman Martin.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Justice Committee has 2 items to be presented for action. The first one is request approval of an emergency appropriation ordinance amending the McLean County fiscal year 2021 combined annual appropriation and budget ordinance for the Children's Advocacy Center Fund 0129, found on pages 44 through 46, and I so move.
Motion by Vice Chairman Martin. Is there a second? Second by Member Zollner. Comments or questions? Any discussion? If not, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion is carried.
The second one is D1B, request approval of an intergovernmental agreement between the State of Illinois, Illinois Emergency Management Agency, and the County of McLean for the Illinois Emergency Management Agency Nuclear Safety Grant Program, found on page 47 through 82, and I so move.
Motion by Vice Chairman Martin, second by Member Schaefer. Comments or questions? Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried.
And we will have 4 items to be presented to the board on Thursday.
Okay, thank you. We'll go on to the report of the Land Use and Development Committee, Chairman Wendt.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Land Use and Development Committee has no items for action, and no actions for the board.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Go on to item F, Property Committee, Vice Chair Wolrab.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The Property Committee has 1 item to present for action today. Request approval of an emergency appropriation ordinance amending the McLean County fiscal year 2021 combined annual appropriation and budget ordinance for the American Rescue Plan Fund. Then there were several projects that we're requesting funds for, and those are detailed in your packet on pages 83 to 85.
All right, thank you. Okay. Could I have a motion, please? Motion by Vice Chair Wolrab to approve, second by Member Metzger. Any comments or questions? You can find these items and the projects on page 83, 85, as Vice Chair Wolrab just explained. Hearing none, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion has carried.
Then the Property Committee has 2 items that will be presented to the board this week.
Thank you very much. We'll go on to the report of the Transportation Committee, Chairman Zollner.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Transportation has no items for actions today. We will have several items to present to the board. I did want to mention that I would ask that members would all try and listen to the Transportation Committee streaming on YouTube or whatever. We had some members of the government of the village of Hudson at our meeting, and we're in the midst of discussions of allowing them to run golf carts on our county roads. They would like for that to happen. There's a lot of arguments why it might be a bad thing for the county, but I just wanted to make members aware in case they got correspondence or emails from people in Hudson to know what the argument or discussion was. So again, we had a nice, lively discussion, and I just wanted to mention that. So that's all I have. Thank you.
All right, thank you. See what else we got going here. Okay, I think we're ready to go now to the report of our county administrator, Ms. Taylor.
Thank you, Chairman McIntyre. The first item that I have to present for action is H1A, request approval of a resolution establishing a holiday schedule for county employees for the year 2022.
Okay, is there a motion to approve? Motion by member Woolrab, is there a second? Second by member Metzger. Any comments or questions about the calendar? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye. Opposed? Motion is carried.
Thank you. The next item that I present for action is H1B, request approval of a resolution of the McLean County Board continuing the disaster declaration for COVID.
Is there a motion to approve? Motion by member Solner, second by member Schaefer. Any comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye. Opposed? The motion is carried.
Thank you. The last action item is H1C, request approval of a financial advisory agreement with PMA Securities. We had sent that executive summary memo as well as the contract via email on Friday evening. The purpose of this action item is to meet the current needs for renovations and a new building within McLean County for use of our governmental agencies. And this recommendation is being put forth with, in concert with, and with the approval of the PBC to issue a tax-exempt general obligation bond. The first step of this would be to undertake an agreement with a financial advisor. This is a new process for the county board. The SEC and the GFOA, our Governmental Finance Officers Association, recommends that any issuers hire a municipal financial advisor prior to the undertaking of any debt financing. And this is, as outlined in the memo, this is in relation to some recent regulatory changes in the SEC. And so with that, I will let you know that after we have submitted to you the contract and the memo, we did receive word back from the vendor, and there were a couple of small changes that they recommended after their compliance officer reviewed the contract. And so with that, I would like to turn it over to Samantha Vasquez to explain the minor edits that she has outlined and passed out to you tonight.
Is there a motion to approve in case we want discussion after her presentation? Motion to approve by member Metzger. Is there a second for our record? Second by member Woolrab. Okay, at this point in time, I'll ask for discussion. Ms. Vasquez?
Thank you very much. So I handed out to you a paper copy of what you got on Friday with 3 minor changes highlighted in yellow. Nothing that I think will stop this contract, but I just wanted to point them out to you. First of all, on the first page, just the designation of the parties has changed. It used to say issuer, now it says county. Then on page 9, there is another paragraph added that basically acknowledges our relationship with the PBC and that it might cause conflicts of interest which they're required to disclose to us, and they will disclose that to us. And finally, on the last page, page 10, there used to be a sentence in there that was omitted. I highlighted the area and then told you what was omitted. Without that, employer's liability insurance still meets our requirements under the county code, and I find that acceptable. So other than that, everything is the same as what you received on Friday.
Are there any questions of Ms. Vasquez? I might note that Mr. Robert Porter, legal counsel for PBC, is present here as well. Member Woolrab.
I'm not sure who to direct the question to, but is this just concerning the Lincoln parking deck? Or all our buildings?
So this,
No, she can answer.
so the paragraph that refers to the Lincoln parking deck, that is speaking to the previous bond that we had issued. And so that is the bond that is being paid off this year, at the end of this year, December 31st of 2021. The projects that we are recommending with the issuance of this bond would be new elevators in several of our facilities, as well as renovations to our animal control shelter.
Okay, thank you. Other questions? Member Solner?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So then I'm looking on page 8, compensation and expense reimbursement. So, are, are, are you able to today mention which fee we're looking at? Are we looking at the 30, the 10 million, or again, I'm trying to look here. Do you know where we're gonna be at as far as which one of these bases you're gonna want?
Yes, our recommendation is going to be for the second, and I'm trying to find it on that page. We expect that we will be borrowing less than 10 million.
Okay, so then, it would be charged, let's see, borrow greater than, okay. Okay, and then is this just a one-time expense, or is this an annual expense, or how does that work?
It's a one-time expense for the project.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Other questions? Member Schaefer?
Can you please repeat what this is for again? Because I didn't catch all of it.
Certainly, I'm happy to. So this is for an agreement with a financial advisor service. So
No,
this,
I mean, what the bonds are for.
oh, the bonds would
Yeah.
be issued for 2 projects. One would be for renovation of elevators. And we have designated, I believe, 5 or 6 elevators that are the oldest that we would be reviewing first to see the state of those elevators. We have received a list from our facilities director on the age and the state of our elevators, and so we would be prioritizing those based on need. So the elevators would be one project, and the second project would be to provide a better building for our animal control shelter.
Okay, other questions? If not, all in favor, please say aye. Opposed? The motion has carried. You have the floor again. Do you have anything else for us, Ms. Taylor?
Thank you, Chairman. I have no other items to be presented this evening.
Okay, thank you. Item 5, other business and communication. Does anyone have anything for us this afternoon? If not, I have bills. We have our general fund, VA, and sales tax bills and transfers in the amount of $207,206.50. And then we have our regional planning budget bill for $14,205.12. Is there a motion to approve? Motion by Member Martin. Is there a second? Second by Member Woolrab. I might add that these bills will be passed on, obviously, to our full board on Thursday as part of all of our group of bills that we pay for the county. Any other comments? If none, all in favor, please say aye. Opposed? The motion has carried. I have no other business this afternoon. Anyone else have anything for us? If not, then this meeting is adjourned.